G'day crew. In this episode I'm going to try for some more cuttlefish and hopefully a few snapper. Friday morning, just leaving Horseshoe Bay. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boats in there with me. There's only 8 of us here on a Thursday night. Used to having a lot more here on a weekend, but that was good. And look how glassy calm it is. There's one of the ferries just making its morning run. Beautiful day. And it's going to be quite a nice sunrise too, I think. There's a bit of a fog this morning. Keel's just over there, and I'm not very far from it. We can't see it. I hope all the other boats that are out today have got their lights on, because without that, you're going to be flat out seeing them. Brisbane and Cleveland are over that way somewhere, but again, no idea where. And back before GPS, this was compass steering only. So I can just see the lights of Cleveland over there now. We're almost at West Peel Artificial Reef, and the lights are visible, although very dim through the fog. Still no sign of Peel though, and can't even see the sunrise anymore. Since I was leaving from Horseshoe Bay on Peel Island this morning, my first stop was going to be the West Peel Artificial Reef, where I started looking around for some bait fish and snapper. As you can see from the videos of the sounder screens, it wasn't hard to find. However, finding the fish is only half the battle. Getting them to bite is the other part of the job, and that can be the most difficult part. You can see the boat on the left-hand side of the main image. The top right is the sounder image from the Furuno TZ3 produced from the Airmar TM260LH transducer. That's a 1 kilowatt chirp transducer. I got that for offshore fishing. However, it does such a good job in the bay as well that I tend to use it all the time. The overlaid panels with the black background are from the Time Zero Pro using the B56 transducer and the DFF 3D signal processor box. These show the situation to the left, centre and right of the boat. The thing to notice here is how little structure there needs to be on the bottom to attract the fish. Okay, well I didn't think I had anything on there, but we have a grinner. Not surprising that it's nothing worthwhile, because I was well off the drift line that I wanted. Oh come on, just hold still. This is another series of clips from the sonar screen as I drift over a school of bait and fish. If this doesn't interest you, then go to the chapters in the video description and skip over to the next chapter. If you stay to see it, then what I'm doing is playing a 5-second section from the Furuno TZ3 unit, followed by the same segment as seen by the Time Zero Pro. I find that by looking at both views gives me a good idea of what's happening on the bottom. As you will see as the video plays through, the school becomes so dense that both units interpret it as structure on the bottom in the 3D views. There is some structure down there, you just can't see it for the thick school of fish. This section of the video doesn't go for much longer. I'll let it play through with some background music. Despite seeing lots of fish on the sounder at West Peel, I could only pull up Grinners. I felt that the tide was wrong for the area, so I decided to go over and see if I could pick up a few cuttlefish or squid. Got a beautiful view of Cleveland Point with the sun hitting it now that the fog's lifted. Didn't take too long for it to lift once the sun came up. You see Peel again, sunrise over there, and all the boats getting out on West Peel Artificial Reef. They must have RDOs today. They're starting to get a bit crowded for my liking, so I'm heading off to see if I can get a few cuttlefish. Aha, got one. Nice one. There we go. Didn't take long once it hit the water. Just got to get used to how to use these. Okay. Don't you ink, will you? Oh, you did. Bloody did. We've got a decent one here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, you like my bait, don't you? Alright, now. Rod up, and in my haste I didn't put a sinker on it. So Klik Sinkers to the rescue. Alright, that'll be. I don't think I've demonstrated this feature of the Freno TZ3 yet. It's called Drift It. First you find the fish, then you touch the screen where the fish show is and select Fish It from the pop-up menu. Once you have designated the target and allowed the boat to come to a complete stop, you can engage the Drift It function. What happens then is that the boat is allowed to drift while the TZ3 measures the speed and direction of the drift. Once it's completed its calculations, it puts a target on the screen. After that, it's simply a matter of steering the boat to the target, stopping it, and letting the drift take it over the fish that you've designated. Sure, with a bit of practice you can do a reasonably good job of it without this feature, but having this takes the guesswork out of it and usually gives a more accurate result. Now let's face it, when we're drifting, we've all miscalculated the drift and wasted the time by drifting past the school of fish you wanted to target, way off the actual course you wanted to follow. This just makes it easier and reduces those incidents. This is a clip of what I was targeting at the Powell ground. I've seen better shows there, but this is what I found at the time, and time was marching on. So rather than go chasing a rainbow somewhere else, I decided to work with what I had. Oh, nice fish, whatever it is. What have we got coming? Oh, yes. It's nice. I'll have him. Oh, come on, boy, come back here. There, got ya. Oh, come on, don't hook my net like that. Oh, yeah, this bike's down. $50. £3. Okay, well. Now first up was a reasonable 50cm snapper. I kept that for the esky. I do try to show this in most of my videos. If you're keeping your fish to eat, it's important that you brain spike it as soon as possible. That's the most humane method of killing it. You know you've penetrated the brain when the tail convulses. The convulsions are not caused by pain. The fish is dead as soon as your knife enters the brain. The convulsions are caused by random electrical signals sent through the nervous system. Once it's dead, cut its throat so you can drain the blood out of it. Let it bleed out for a couple of minutes and then put it in an icy brine. I do this by freezing ice at home and adding seawater to it when I catch some fish. This is the traditional Japanese method of treating fish. It's called Iki Jime. If the fish is larger, I also perform Iki Jime on it, but that fish wasn't large enough. Here I'm using a snelled rig, and I'm putting the bottom hook through one of the tentacles on the cuttlefish head, and the top hook goes through the top of the head. I'm leaving as much barb as possible exposed so that the fish can hook itself. These cuttlefish heads are off the cuttlefish I caught in the morning, so they're nice and fresh. I've always done well on fresh squid and fresh cuttlefish, so using it here rather than live bait, I'm still expecting to get some really good bites, if the fish are here at all. Did I miss him? Jeez, I did too. Must have just had the cuttlefish and not the hooks. Alright. Have to have another drift then. Oh, he didn't take it again. The next three fish to come up were 25 centimetres, 38 centimetres and 36 centimetres respectively. Even though the last two were legal fish, I chose to let them go. I had a 50 centimetre fish. I thought that I had a good chance of getting something a little bit better, at least over 40. About now I thought it was time to put my Arrow Squid down in the hopes of catching one of the big ones that I knew were down there. To bait a live squid, I use a snell rig and I place the top hook at the top of the tube. You want the squid to stay alive, so just put the hook in far enough down from the point of the tube that it won't pull out. Put the bottom hook in the bottom of the tube and back out again, being careful not to pierce any of the internal organs. Do not put the bottom hook through the head. Pause the video or play it back at a slower speed if you need to see what's happening better. You might need a bit of encouragement to go down, I think. Unfortunately, I didn't get one of the beasts that I was hoping to get, but this one measured 41 centimetres, which was over my arbitrary 40 centimetre limit. So I decided to take it home as well, since time was getting on and I needed to make a move. And just look at the conditions. What a great day to be on the water. I don't mind a bit of wind and a bit of swell. In the right proportion, I think it can improve the fishing, if only by moving the bait around on the bottom when the rod's in the holder. But days like this have their own special magic. See if we did any better this morning than we did last night. Might have to go searching for the right depth again. But it's not. A grinner in there. What have we got there? Catfish. Oh, I like the bonito, there's no surprise there. Got into the grinner. Try you first then. No, you're not. Just too small. No, you'll be too small too, actually. Yep, you are. Oh, you're a lucky boy. You're not so lucky though, because you make good bait. And nice tusky with you. Alright. Let's see how we go this time. Oh, one more crab anyway, would be nice. Oh, I've got something in it. Oh yeah, got a few in this one. Oh well, nothing like we were getting before. Oh yeah, wow, okay. Oh, take that back. Exactly like we were getting before. Okay, happy now. Grinner's gone, bonito's well eaten. Oh, it's got them all. Whew. Okay, got a feed there. Got to make room to work though. Oh, come on. Yeah. You'll be big enough too. Yep. What's that, 4? You're small. You're a Jenny. And you are also small, aren't you? I'll check you. Oh. Just small by, fraction of a millimetre, not even half a millimetre. Then you are the question then, aren't you? You're legal. That's 5. Oh, mostly jennies. They're small. Jennies, jennies. You're small. And look, we've got all jennies apart from that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 jennies. Plus a couple I threw out earlier. Oh, there we go. My wife got a feed. I get a crab. All good. Well, this is the take home. I got a 50 centimetre snapper and another 40 and 52 centimetre mac tuna, heavy crab bait. Got a baker's dozen of whiting. Only 5 crabs this time out of the 2 pots. That was a little bit disappointing. I thought I might have done a bit better, but never mind. 5 crabs is a decent feed. That's probably 4 for the wife and 1 for me. And I got 4 cuttlefish. I'm sure I had 5. I don't know what's happened to the other one. Well, I did manage to put together a feed of crabs. Get 1 or 2 for myself and the rest for my wife. That'll keep us going until I can get out there again. Would have liked more, but next time I'm going to have to take some more pots and spread them out a bit and see if I can find where the crabs have moved to. Well, that wraps up another episode. I'm happy with the feed I came home with, and I hope you guys learned something along the way. Until next time, good fishing.